I want to talk about something that doesn't always come up in engineering meetings or strategy sessions, but it affects everything. Relationships, whether you're building a company, a family, a friendship, or a team, your ability to build lasting, honest, and resilient relationships is one of the greatest predictors of long-term success. I've had to learn many of these lessons the hard way through friction, failure, and sometimes public fallout. Here are 10 relationship lessons that shape the way I lead and live. First, winning the argument can cost you the relationship. I've made this mistake. I've fought to be right when I should have fought to understand. At Tesla, I've had intense disagreements with people I respect deeply, but I've learned being right isn't worth it if you damage trust. Long-term collaboration depends on emotional intelligence, not just logic. Pause before you prove your point. Ask if the relationship matters more. Second, people don't need fixing, they need understanding. I used to approach conversations like an engineering problem. Spot the flaw, solve it, but humans aren't machines. When people vent, they're not asking for solutions, they're asking to be seen. Listen first, then speak. This shift changed the way I lead teams across every company from SpaceX to Neuralink. Third, you can't want their growth more than they do. I've mentored people with huge potential who couldn't move forward, not because they lacked skill, but because they weren't ready. You can't force evolution. At X, we've had to make tough calls when people resisted change. You can support someone, but you can't drag them. Protect your energy. Fourth, silence is more dangerous than disagreement. Healthy teams debate, unhealthy ones pretend. At Tesla, our best breakthroughs came from people challenging me. If no one speaks up, innovation dies. Create space for dissent. Reward honesty. Don't confuse politeness with progress. Fifth, the people who matter will embrace your intensity. I'm not easy to work with. I set aggressive timelines. I challenge ideas. I obsess over details. And yet the people who thrive at SpaceX or Tesla don't just tolerate that, they match it. You don't need to dim your drive to keep people close. The right ones will fuel it. Sixth, don't trade authenticity for approval. If you have to hide your beliefs, your ambitions, or your values to be accepted, you're not in a relationship. You're in a performance. Be honest about who you are and what you want. That clarity repels the wrong people and attracts the right ones. Seventh, protect your peace, even from people you care about. Not everyone in your circle is good for your system. I've had to walk away from partnerships, friendships, even internal teams when the energy wasn't right. Loyalty isn't about tolerating toxicity. It's about honoring your mission and your mental clarity. Eighth, great relationships are built on hard conversations. Avoiding conflict delays growth. Whether it's a co-founder, a board member, or a family member, honest conversations are the bridge to stronger bonds. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Speak truth with respect. Discomfort is temporary. Alignment lasts. Ninth, time doesn't equal connection. Presence does. You can spend years around someone and still not know them. Or you can have one real present conversation and change the dynamic entirely. Put the phone down, close the laptop, look them in the eye. Real connection happens in real presence. Lastly, the 10th, your relationship with yourself sets the tone for every other one. I work on self-awareness more than people realize. I reflect, I read, I learn from feedback. If you're constantly criticizing yourself, you'll project that onto others. If you treat yourself with respect, you'll attract people who mirror it. Fix the relationship in the mirror first. In closing, relationships aren't soft skills, they're survival skills. They determine whether teams break or break through, whether your vision is supported or sabotaged. Build with honesty, lead with empathy, and always protect the bonds that matter most.